as investigations into the alleged irregularities in the purchase of personal protective equipment by the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority continues, the Council of Governors now say county governments should be allowed to source for drugs and medical supplies from other entities. KEMSA has been in the spotlight after it emerged that officials gave out tenders to mysterious entities under the cover of the COVID-19 pandemic. Zainab Ismail reports.
As the demand for accountability in the use of billions of shillings allocated for COVID-19 interventions continue to gather pace, the Council of Governors, which is the biggest client of the government agency KEMSA, is now seeking redress at the High Court of Kenya to challenge Section 3 of the KEMSA Act, which requires county governments to procure both pharmaceutical and non-pharmaceutical supplies from the authority. In a statement, COG Chair Wycliffe Oparanya cited the exorbitant prices of medical equipment, which was burning holes in the county's purses, and now they want out. Part of the statement reads, and I quote, "It is saddening that KEMSA, an independent authority with obligation to ensure the well-being of the Mwananchi, can resort to such unbecoming conduct while the country is facing an international crisis."
The Chairman of Council of Governors has already pointed out that it is time counties were given the mandate to procure their own medicine. I want to agree with him, because right now if you go to counties and the governor is here will tell you that there are not drugs in CI, not because the governor has not bought, but because the processes in KEMSA are bottlenecking the process.
The Member of Parliament, who was speaking in Siaya County, said the KEMSA officials implicated in the looting are working in cahoots with top officials at the Ministry of Health, directly accusing Permanent Secretary Susan Muchache.
But I want to question that corruption in KEMSA will not be addressed single-handedly. There is a strong connection and extension of corruption in KEMSA and the accounting officer in the Ministry of Health, who must also be asked to say her role in the corruption in KEMSA.
Submission.
During a meeting with the National Assembly's Health Committee earlier this week, Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani acknowledged that all monies for the procurement of the medical supplies were directed to the Ministry of Health.
Who authorizes or who requests the agency? For example, if it's KEMSA, is it the ministry that requests the KEMSA for the amount of money, or communicate to KEMSA that we have this amount of money for your expenditure, or is it the Treasury?
National Treasury does not involve in procurement or issue. We only facilitate release of funds, and we do not release funds to agencies. We release money to the ministry.
The agency's board suspended its chief executive, Dr. John Manjari, together with 2 directors yesterday to allow the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission to complete investigations on the COVID-19 procurement irregularities and alleged misuse of funds. Zainab Ismail, NTV.